Hello Sharks, my name is Lincoln and this is Maddie, and we are here to present a unique prosection idea that will greatly improve health students' understanding of the central nervous system, as well as the cerebrospinal fluid pathways within these structures. Human donor material is regarded as the irrefutable gold standard of anatomical teaching, as models and digital alternatives have real limitations. From the outset, we wanted to design a prosection that was moulded to suit the subject outlines offered here at QUT. To do this, we surveyed biomedical science students, allowing our target audience to shape our final product. Both Maddie and I predicted that a brain and spinal cord prosection would be quite popular among survey takers. However, I was surprised personally to see that easy to navigate, interactive and multi-structural the top features students gave when describing an ideal prosection.
Without a doubt, anatomical models are our biggest competitors as reliable resources, not only for their teaching ability, but for their longevity. Ventricular models similar to this one are featured heavily in teachings of CSF flow. However, these models fail to adequately explore CSF flow beyond the major ventricles and within the spinal cord. Limitations such as these make spatial conceptualization of these ventricles out of reach for some students. Technologies such as the anatomage table are great educational tools that are revolutionary for anatomical teaching. But there is something about being able to touch, feel and palpate cadaveric material that turns learning into a complete experience.
Our design begins in the cephalic region, where we propose an asymmetrical approach, with the right craniocerebral hemisphere being separated into anterior wedges and a posterior wedge. This will provide a multiplanar view of the anterior horn of the right lateral ventricle and the posterior horn of the right lateral ventricle as well. Conversely, the left craniocerebral hemisphere will contain a reflectable durumata. This will expose an extensive window within the body of the left lateral ventricle. This will course inferiorly to reveal the CSF pathways associated with the brainstem that are often forgotten, and exposing the third and fourth ventricles as well.
Progressing inferiorly, we envision the spinal cord to be showcased in a staged dissection that will begin with the spinal cord being kept in situ within the vertebral foramina of all cervical vertebrae, with associated cervical spinal nerves also being presented. As the student follows the course of the spinal cord, the dura mater and arachnoid mater will be reflected at differing anatomical levels. In the lumbar region of the spinal cord, we aim to perform a mid-sagittal dissection and reflection that will allow observation of internal white and grey matter structures of the spine, and most importantly, the spinal canal. Due to the delicate nature of our prosection, we hope to implement multiple safety features that will stabilise and protect our donor tissue. We wish to secure the skull within a plastic model base that will allow the prosection and the donor tissue to be positioned in a supine position. Inferiorly, the cauda equina and the filum terminale will be arranged in a hand-fan orientation that will require extensive pinning and a plastic covering that will course along the entirety of the spinal cord to ensure that it's protected during transportation, storage and teaching times.
Being biomedical science students, Lincoln and I estimate that this prosection could be used in all anatomical units within the LS40 course, further extending to clinical physiology and neuroscience in third year. We also believe that our prosection will be relevant in university-wide anatomy subjects. Additionally, given our focus on CSF pathways, we also suggest that students within cellular and infectious disease units could also benefit from our prosection, given the interlinkage with CSF infections. In addition to anatomy, our design will give students the understanding of the relationships between ventricular system and pathology. Hydrocephalus being a primary example, as it affects the arachnoid granulations in ventricles. This pathology is taught across several classes at QUT, and a major aspect of the developmental anatomy unit is comparing the severity between infants and adults. Our prosection will further enhance students' understanding of this disease, how it originates and how it worsens within individuals.
We are offering a prosection that will enhance health students' understanding of the cerebrospinal fluid flow within the entirety of the central nervous system. This is a prosection that is unique due to its diverse anatomical and physiological relevance. With your support and assistance, we will provide QUT with a prosection that is directly relevant, interactive, multi-structural, and will ultimately be the resource students need, deserve, and will respond to. Thank you.
Thank you. We look forward to hearing from you.